They swore they saw it happen. A glass fell from the counter, shattered across the tiles, loud, sharp, undeniable. 3 people were there. They remembered the sound, the shards, even the pattern of the cracks. But when they checked the footage, the glass never moved. Still, the fragments were right there on the floor. That single contradiction, an event remembered by witnesses but missing from every recording, became one of the strangest psychological puzzles ever documented. Because it didn't just question their memory, it questioned reality itself. Psychologists first thought it was a classic, shared false memory, a Mandela effect in real time. But the details didn't fit. Each witness described identical timing, sound, and even the direction the glass rolled, details that false memories rarely align on. And more bizarrely, the physical evidence agreed with them. The floor had micro scratches where something heavy had slid. Yet, security cameras showed nothing. Frame by frame, the glass just sat there. So what really happened that day? When researchers reconstructed the event, they uncovered something chilling. The human brain doesn't just record reality, it predicts it. Milliseconds before we consciously perceive something, our brain is already guessing what's about to happen. It's called predictive coding, a theory that explains why we sometimes see or hear things before they truly occur. So, when the glass looked like it was about to fall, our brains collectively filled in the rest. The crash, the shatter, the sound, all projected into reality before it actually happened. Except, in this case, there was shattered glass. Physical proof that shouldn't exist. And that's where science starts to tremble. A neuroscientist from the University of Sussex once described consciousness as a controlled hallucination. Meaning, our reality is just a shared agreement between billions of predicting brains, and every so often, the code glitches. Our collective perception rewrites an event to fit what we expect to see. But what if, just once, the rewrite became real? What if a prediction was so strong, so synchronized between minds, that it crossed the line from mental image to physical outcome? Quantum theorists might call that the observer effect, the idea that reality behaves differently when it's being watched. It's been proven at the atomic level, but could it happen at the human scale? Could observation itself create the event? The story didn't end there. Months later, the same witnesses reported something new. One of them remembered that the glass didn't just fall, it floated for a split second before breaking. Another insisted it bounced once before hitting the floor. Each retelling shifted slightly, like their memory was editing itself after the fact. Scientists revisited the recordings. Still nothing. But the scratches had changed direction. No one could explain how. That's when one researcher quietly said, "Maybe we're not misremembering. Maybe memory is just reality in revision." Because the truth is, your brain doesn't store perfect snapshots of the past. It reconstructs them every time you recall them. Each memory you access isn't a playback, it's a rewrite. And with enough belief, enough emotional force, even the brain's edits might start to bleed into the world it's observing. If that sounds impossible, so did the idea that particles can exist in 2 places at once. Until quantum physics proved they could. Maybe what those witnesses experienced wasn't a false memory at all. Maybe it was the first glimpse of something deeper. A moment reality itself rewrote to stay consistent with our expectations. After all, if the mind can bend time in a dream, who's to say it can't bend truth in the waking world? If this story made you question how stable reality really is, you're not alone. Hit like if you've ever felt a memory that no one else could confirm. And subscribe, because next time, we're uncovering what happens when time forgets to move forward.